Streaming on CrossroadsToday.com, Victoria students face unexcused absences for walking out of class, but they say the message was worth it. The immigration protest dividing opinions. Insults fly and tempers flare as Congress questions the Attorney General, the combative hearing that had members bringing props to make their point. And big changes coming to Edna ISD as the superintendent retires after 11 years. The board's plan to find an interim leader and a permanent replacement.
Next few days, we're looking for some more of that warm spring weather in the 80s. Before our cool front gets here this weekend, it'll bring us some thunderstorms, to which some could be strong or severe. All that weather coming up.
And St. Joseph boys basketball prepares for winner go-home game versus St. Mary's Hall later on tonight. We'll hear from Andre Thomas and Nick Bluda later on.
You're watching 25 News Now Sunrise. Good morning, Crossroads, and welcome to your Thursday morning.
Thursday, we are almost to the weekend, Caro.
That's right, and I need to resist a hot breakfast today. I'm gonna have a protein shake. I'm gonna try to be disciplined.
That's right. A lot of us here at 25 News Now are on some kind of diet right now. I actually also am been working out. And if y'all are doing the same thing, maybe eating a hot breakfast this morning, I hope y'all are enjoying it because first of all, we're a little bit cool out there this morning. And of course, a warm breakfast could keep you warmer. We're starting out the day in the 50s this morning. It's 55 right now out in Victoria County. Temperatures in the city are about 2 degrees warmer than that. You can see that right there, 57 degrees right outside the station here on Navarro. Now our dew point, 2 degrees off from that temperature, bringing us a 93% humidity, which is enough for fog, but all the fog, the denser fog, is going to be right down here on the immediate coast. We're talking Refugio, Aransas, Calhoun, and maybe Matagorda County as well. Maybe southern parts of Jackson County as well. So y'all stay safe if you're going to be traveling anywhere down here. Otherwise, temperatures for everyone this morning are in the 50s, so everybody grab your jacket if you're heading out the door. Just a light one, because later today we're going to warm up quickly because of this. Your satellite is showing some cloud cover, but for the rest of the day, I think we're going to be partly cloudy. And that sun is going to warm us up. So those kiddos, they're going to need the jacket for the morning, but I don't think so for the afternoon. We're warm again. Those details next.
A growing national movement is making its way into local classrooms. 25 News Now weekend anchor Amaya Norman shows us that on Wednesday in Victoria, some high school students stepped out of class to make a statement against immigration enforcement.
In Victoria on Wednesday, students at East and West high schools walked out of class to protest recent ICE enforcement activity.
We have normalized racism in a way that shouldn't be normalized. We have to be human to each other. That's what made me want to make this walkout with everybody in here.
Students gathered along John Stock Bauer Drive, holding signs reading ICE out and chanting ICE has to go. Cars passing by honked in support while music played during the protest. Victoria ISD released a statement on social media earlier in the week addressing any walkouts. The district says, as per policy, students who leave class or campus without authorization during the instructional day will be marked with unexcused absence.
This is our future, correct? So we don't want to repeat history, right? In any way or manner. We're all human at the end of the day. And just by seeing stuff, right? There's so many stuff the government hides from us, right? Because they don't want us to see that part of them. But now it's time for us to speak up and not stay silent.
In accordance with state and local attendance requirements, this may affect a student's eligibility for final exam exemptions and participation in extracurricular activities. VISD says it will follow district policies, while students say today's walkout was meant to bring local attention to a national issue. Amaya Norman, KAVU TV, 25 News Now.
In a major development, ABC Sophie Flay reports on Attorney General Pam Bondi facing intense scrutiny as lawmakers grill her over the explosive Epstein files.
Insults.
You're a failed politician.
Accusations.
I believe you just lied under oath.
And fury.
You don't tell me anything.
I did.
A combative hearing before a House committee as Attorney General Pam Bondi took questions about the Justice Department's handling of the Jeffrey Epstein files.
I am deeply sorry for what any victim has been through, especially as a result of that monster.
The hearing starting on a somber note. Bondi expressing sorrow for Epstein's victims. But Bondi declined to apologize for the Justice Department's initial failure to redact victims' names from the files.
I'm not going to get in the gutter for her theatrics.
The hearing only becoming more contentious from that point on.
You can let her filibuster all day long, but not on our watch. And I told you about that, Attorney General, before you started.
You don't tell me.
Yeah, oh, I
anything,
did tell you because we saw what you did in the Senate.
Lawyer, not even a lawyer.
Democrats sparring with the Attorney General, some even bringing props.
Trump's name appears more times in the Epstein files than God's name appears in the book about God.
Republican Thomas Massie pressing Bondi on why the DOJ initially redacted the names of some powerful men, including billionaire Les Wexner.
Within 40 minutes, Wexner's name was added back.
Within 40 minutes of me catching you red-handed.
Red-handed? There was one redaction out of
he's
over
listed as a co-conspirator.
And we invited you
in.
This guy has Trump derangement syndrome. He needs to get, you're a failed politician.
Bondi repeatedly referring to a binder with prepared information on some of the committee members.
Bondi argued instead of Epstein, lawmakers should focus on President Trump's successes, including his focus on crime. Sophie Flay, ABC News, New York.
Edna ISD is getting ready for a leadership change. Superintendent Robert O'Connor says he'll retire at the end of the school year. His retirement officially will take effect June 30th. O'Connor has led the district since 2014. In a statement posted on social media, the board president, Brandon Peters, thanked him for his years of leadership and commitment to Edna students and staff. The Board of Trustees now plans to appoint an interim superintendent and has already started the search for the district's next leader. Here are some of the top headlines in the Port Lavaca Wave. Memorial Medical Center added a new speech therapy to aid Parkinson's patients, along with its first full-time speech pathologist. And a new nonprofit, Coastal Preservation and Restoration, aims to help rebuild and preserve oyster reefs across the coastline. To read these stories and more, go to portlavacawave.com. For more local news, weather, and sports, come to crossroadstoday.com. It's now 6:36 on our Thursday morning. Here's a look at what's coming up next on 25 News Now Sunrise. A local veterans group receives a $2,500 donation to repair their 75-year-old building. We'll tell you who stepped up to help.
President Trump threatening consequences after several House Republicans voted to roll back his tariffs on Canada. I'm Nicole D'Antonio in Washington with the details and the potential impact on American families.
And also coming up next after the break and the short-term forecast, you heard me say that spring warmth is coming back to us. So coming up next, we'll look at how warm it'll be near you.
Across our community, there are stories carved in stone. Stories of lives, struggles, and triumphs that too often go untold.
It comes in little pieces like this. This is going to go out. There's going to be a lot of people learn about the Union Army being in Calhoun County, Victoria County.
In this 25 News Now Extra, Legacies in Stone, Preserving Black Heritage, weekend anchor Amaya Norman uncovers the history behind the markers and the people who made this community what it is today. Thursday at 10 p.m.
Well, good morning, Crossroads, and happy Thursday. Now, I know we were talking about a little bit of fog earlier this morning, just about 20 minutes ago, or maybe 10 minutes ago, but I want to let y'all know where the fog is this morning. You heard me say it's on the coast. You can see we have dense fog advisories issued by the National Weather Service for all coastal counties, but that includes Victoria, Goliad, and B counties. Some of y'all may have been checking your phones this morning and noticed that. Well, I want to let y'all know the fog, like I said, it's really right down here, right along the immediate coastline, including Refugio, Aransas, Calhoun, a little bit of Matagorda, and a little bit of southern Jackson County as well. So that's why I think those fog advisories are in effect. But I don't think there's going to be too much fog along 59. But if you do see any, please send it our way, because we always appreciate any kind of reports. That would guarantee that we see fog, but I don't think there's any out there, at least along 59. So if you're traveling this morning, I don't think you need to worry about that. Just stay safe if you're down here on the coast. Now, that fog that's out there, it'll burn off at around 8:30 to 9, and we're looking partly cloudy for the rest of the day, which you'll see in a second. But before we look at that, I want to let y'all know we have more fog coming our way tonight into Friday morning and again Saturday morning. That's Valentine's Day. We'll look at that here in a little bit, because after the fog burns off this morning, we're looking mostly sunny right around sunrise, but then I'm thinking partly cloudy for the rest of the day minus 6 p.m. right around sunset. Will be mostly sunny again, and the sunshine will warm us up to the low 80s this afternoon. Same thing tomorrow, Friday, almost the exact same thing. And then we have a cool front to talk about because we have some storms, and that's coming next.
St. Joseph boys basketball team competing in a play into the postseason type of game versus St. Mary's Hall later on tonight. And the Flyers, they played there on Tuesday night versus Brownsville St. Joseph Academy, and they won 62-49. Nick Bluda led the way with 23 points in that victory. And again, yesterday I caught up with the star from that game, Nick Bluda, and also their head coach, Andre Thomas, about how they're feeling going into this game later tonight.
It's like a David and Goliath, sir. You know, we have nothing to lose and everything to gain. So that's pretty much our approach to it. You know, we got an opportunity to do something we haven't done in a while, and I think we're up to the challenge, and we'll be ready to roll.
Being stronger as a team and chemistry, right? Just making sure that we can pass good and take care of the ball where needed. Because against these quick teams, it's easy to turn over the ball and get it stolen.
Again, love that optimism from both sides, right? Still have the confidence, but don't want to turn the ball over and make too many mistakes there for St. Joe because, again, they have to win this game if they want to make the playoffs, and they will start at 6 p.m. later tonight in San Antonio. This is Max Williams, 25 News Now Sports.
We want to invite y'all to experience our digital streaming service, Crossroads Today Plus. You can stream our daily newscast and much more using your connected TV. Just search Crossroads Today Plus on your Amazon Fire TV, Roku, Apple TV, or Android TV. This morning, a rare rebuke for President Trump from his own party. ABC's Nicole D'Antonio reports from Washington, where several House Republicans joined Democrats to vote to terminate Trump's tariffs on Canada.
On this vote, the yeas are 218 and the nays are 213. The bill is passed.
This morning, a major rebuke of President Trump's trade policy. The GOP-led House passing a resolution to rescind the president's tariffs on Canada. 6 Republicans joining nearly every Democrat to pass the measure, despite Speaker Mike Johnson's effort to block it. Trump warning on social media last night that any Republican in the House or the Senate that votes against tariffs will seriously suffer the consequences come election time, and that includes primaries.
More than 60% of Americans disapprove of these tariffs. They know that the foreign governments don't pay these tariffs. They know that American families do.
Speaker Johnson argued that Congress should not be getting in the way with Trump's tariffs.
The president should be able to conduct his trade policy, which has been very successful.
At the same time, a decision is still pending from the Supreme Court on whether the president has exceeded his authority by using emergency statutory powers to impose wide-ranging tariffs. It comes as a new report from the Nonpartisan Tax Foundation shows that tariffs cost the average American household $1,000 more last year. That number is set to increase to $1,300 this year if all the existing tariffs stay in place. President Trump credits tariffs for bringing in revenue for the federal government. But as we head towards the midterms, the latest polling shows 56% of Americans disapprove of Trump's handling of the economy, while 39% approve. And the bill now heads to the Senate, where it faces an uncertain future. If it passes, the president will likely veto the legislation. Nicole D'Antonio, ABC News, Washington.
The Victoria Veterans of Foreign Wars Post 4146 received a donation Wednesday that'll go toward fixing something they're certainly passionate about, their building. Michael Barnes from the Victoria chapter of the U.S. Veterans Motorcycle Club presented a $2,500 check to the chapter of the Foreign Wars Post to help repair their 75-year-old building on Lova Drive. With this donation, they'll be able to make repairs as well as a new paint job on the outside. Barnes says that the VFW Hall has a special meaning to the community and they want to help keep it alive.
The VFW here is a great place. They do the burger nights and everything every week and a lot of other local stuff for local veterans, and that is our mission in the motorcycle club as well. So we're giving them some cash money tonight that we raised through grants and fundraisers and whatnot, and just helping them out and put it to good use and keep everything up and running here at the VFW.
Every Wednesday from 5 until 8, the VFW 4146 Hall hosts a burger and hot dog night for the public and, of course, for veterans. It's located at 2001 Lova Drive in Victoria. The time now is 6:45 on our Thursday morning. Still to come on Sunrise, simple steps to protect your bones before it's too late. All right, it's time to celebrate some birthdays. Happy birthday to Sienna. Happy birthday. We love you.
Happy birthday, Sienna. And also happy birthday to Peyton. Happy 15th birthday, baby girl. Dad and I love you immensely and are super proud of you, all of your accomplishments. Keep on reaching for the stars.
Happy birthday, Juan. Happy 17th birthday, baby Jay. We love you. Hope you have an amazing day from Momo, auntie, sister, cousins, dad, nieces, and nephews.
And also happy birthday to Serena. Happy birthday from all your fans.
And happy birthday to Carrie. You're our birthday cake winner. Be sure to head on over to Sweet Mountains Bakery for your birthday cake, and happy birthday from your friends.
Happy birthday, Carrie, and congratulations. And also happy birthday to Candy. Happy birthday from all your friends.
And happy 8th birthday to Ilias. You keep us on our toes with your hilarious jokes. You melt our hearts with your big loving soul. Thank you for being you, and remember, Mom and Dad love you.
Happy birthday, Ilias. And to see your birthday wish live on 25 News Now Sunrise, you can come to crossroadstoday.com. Just click the drop-down menu, then click the Home tab, and then you'll see Submit Your Birthday Photo.
All right, it's now 6:46 on our Thursday morning. Happy birthday to Robert, and happy birthday to you if you're celebrating one today.
That's right. Happy birthday, y'all. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Well, good morning, Crossroads. All right, it's time to talk about what's coming our way this Valentine's Day weekend. Yes, we are still expecting some thunderstorms, but I think they're going to be here now Saturday night, evening hours. During the daytime Valentine's Day, we will also have a 40% during the daytime when the sun's up. 40% chance for scattered showers, but that'll convert over to the thunderstorms at 70% chance as soon as we go to the evening time, because that is when the cool front will be here. And the front is going to be our main mechanism for lift in the atmosphere to provide us with possibly some taller thunderstorms. So we'll talk about that in better detail in a second, because after the front gets here, it's going to clear us out of our fog for just 2 mornings, because next week, Tuesday and Wednesday morning, your Ash Wednesday morning, we'll have more fog. Same thing with tomorrow and Saturday morning. And it's also going to cool down our temperatures just a couple degrees. That's why it's a cool front, not a cold front. Highs are back in the upper 70s for 2 days, because then we're right back to the low and maybe mid 80s for late next week. Now, with the thunderstorms coming our way this weekend, Saturday night, some of them could be strong or severe, because the National Weather Service has issued this level 1 out of 5 marginal severe risk that includes all 13 of our Crossroads counties. So here's what's going to happen. As soon as that front or the system comes off the mountains, it's going to send a line of messy thunderstorms eastward across the state. Daytime, like I said, we'll see a couple scattered showers around the area when the sun is up, but our main event, I'm thinking, will be here in the nighttime. So plan your plans accordingly. Those dinner plans. We'll talk more on that later on Sunrise.
Breaking a bone can be painful and upsetting, and for older adults, a major fracture can be life-changing. With more, here's ABC's Melissa Adon.
One of the most common reasons older adults end up in an emergency room is because they have a fall. And in many cases, a fall can lead to broken bones that require surgery or intense rehabilitation, especially if the patient has a disease called osteoporosis that causes bones to become thin and fragile. According to the experts at the American Medical Association, osteoporosis weakens bones and increases risk of fractures, particularly in seniors. Worldwide, 1 in 3 women and 1 in 5 men older than 50 will have a bone fracture due to osteoporosis during their lifetime. Smokers and people with chronic kidney or liver disease are at especially high risk. Help preserve your bone density by eating foods that contain plenty of calcium and vitamin D. Make strength training a regular part of your routine, and visit your doctor for regular checkups and screening to help track your bone health and catch problems early. With this Medical Minute, I'm Melissa Adon.
For the latest on what's happening in Hollywood, here's ABC's Alex Stone.
After a 2-year-long battle with cancer, James Van Der Beek has passed away. Best known for playing the title role Dawson on TV's Dawson's Creek, and he was in the movie Varsity Blues. Van Der Beek revealed in 2024 he had been diagnosed with colorectal cancer. That same year, he spoke with ABC's Robin Roberts about his diagnosis.
I would say about 10% of the time I was a sobbing, terrified mess.
Sure.
It's been an exercise in just being present to all of it.
James Van Der Beek was 48 years old. Sandra Bernhard is joining the cast of The White Lotus for season 4, which is set to take place in France. Production of the HBO show is expected to begin in April. 14 recordings are being inducted into the Grammy Hall of Fame. Among them, Janet Jackson's Rhythm Nation 1814, Tupac's All Eyes on Me, and Radiohead's OK Computer. And we met him in 1985's The Goonies. Academy Award-nominated actor Josh Brolin is turning 58 today. That's what's happening in Hollywood. I'm Alex Stone, ABC News.
Here are some of the top headlines in the Crow Record. The Yorktown High School FFA Tractor Tech Team advances to state. That's scheduled for March in Houston, and it's the program's first ever state qualification in Tractor Tech. And West F ISD breaks ground on a new classroom wing. The new facility, estimated about 9,200 square feet, has a total project investment of $2.58 million. To read these stories and more, come to DeWittCountyToday.com. Still to come on Sunrise, news to know before you go. Port Lavaca lands a spot in a statewide program. We'll tell you what the First Street Initiative means for the community. Port Lavaca is one of 24 Texas cities chosen to take part in the First Street Initiative. The Texas Historical Commission says the program focuses on downtown revitalization, historic preservation, and sustainable programming for commercial districts in the state. The First Street Initiative provides free educational and networking opportunities for cities interested in community revitalization while putting historic preservation as a main priority. Conedo ISD is proposing an almost $50 million bond with two propositions. It would pay for renovations to school buildings and athletic facilities. The district says it can pay for about $23.5 million of this bond without raising the current interest and sinking tax rate. If voters approve the bond, that $23.5 million would not cause any tax rate increase. Any tax rate increase would only come from the remaining $26.5 million, not the full $50 million. Conedo ISD also says it will host several community forums to answer questions and provide information about the bond. And we want to invite y'all to experience our digital streaming service, Crossroads Today Plus. You can find it on your connected TV through Amazon Fire TV, Roku, Apple TV, and Android TV. Just search for Crossroads Today Plus. And now I'm hearing there's no fog this morning. Let's get a check with Parker.
Yeah, do you see any fog out here in Victoria? I don't see any, but there is fog out there, but it's on the coast. You're going to see that here in a second. Here in Victoria and pretty much all around the Crossroads, we're waking up to a nice sunny sunrise out there this morning, so definitely pack your sunglasses if you're heading out the door, but maybe also a jacket because we are a little cool. 54 out there in Victoria. You can see we're 3 degrees still away from our dew point, bringing us a 90% humidity, so not as high as it is on the coast because y'all are much closer to those dew points. So here's what I think. I think Aransas, Refugio, Calhoun, and also Matagorda, maybe southern parts of Jackson County, y'all are going to see a little bit of fog this morning, patchy in nature, whereas everyone along 59, unless maybe B County, I think we're going to be pretty clear out there. But temperatures for all of us are starting out the day just about the same, low, mid, and upper 50s around the area. But I think you're going to take that jacket off later today because we'll get up to 78 in Port Lavaca, mid 70s by noon, happening underneath partly cloudy skies much of the day. Warmer in Victoria, 81, and also warmer in Cuero, 82 today. But as we go into this weekend time, once again, I want to let y'all know we are expecting storms on Valentine's Day. It's going to be in the nighttime as that one messy line of thunderstorms you see right there marches eastward. And I think there will be some in our area for Saturday night. So make sure to stay tuned to our latest forecast on 25 News Now tomorrow, Friday, because we're going to have much better precise details of what's going to happen Saturday before after the front. Then we're right back to the 70s and 80s, so enjoy spring.
All right, thank you, and thank you for being with us this morning. Join Shauna Dawn, Maclovio, and Max today for 25 News Now at 5, 6, and 10.